morning, everyone. Another wonderful Wednesday is about to begin.
You just got your voice back.
I actually haven't.
You should try to keep,
yeah. I'm forcing it, like really. But it's actually giving me like this husky, nice sexiness. I don't know. It's like really. But hey, when it comes to Wednesdays on Wake Up Nigeria, we have a whole lineup for you, and I can't wait to get started.
All right, it's midweek already, and you should be looking forward to closing those deals in 2019. It's still, you know, the beginning of the year. Essentially, it's less than 3 weeks.
Of course, but January is almost over, like almost. We're like almost
So that's giving
over.
you some excitement today.
Yes.
That's good, that's good, that's good. Very nice. It's Wednesday, and we're looking forward to a great show on Wake Up Nigeria.
So you might want to keep it in with us every single weekday morning, because we would love for you to do this with us. My name is Tisilayo Oyinso.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. We're streaming live right now on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can check us out at TVC Connect. For comments, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. It's a special day.
Yeah. And of course, on Wednesdays, it's another opportunity for us to have Chef V. He's in the kitchen.
Hello, hey, guys.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey,
I'm good.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black
right.
and yellow, black and yellow.
No, you're not going to go there, Titi. You're not going to do that. No.
We're just playing that song, so why are you pretending?
Right.
No, I know. Yeah, I know that, but come on.
What?
Like,
and you know your
this
skin
is
color
just to
is
lighten my mood, people. And you know, the black to complement it, because you know I like a clash of colors.
Alrighty. So straight to this morning's highlights. We have something about psychology, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Now, depression comes in different forms. In our relationships segments this morning, Sandra Odufadering will be discussing how to deal with those marital issues that can potentially lead to frustration.
Yes, indeed. It's a deep one, But on nutrition today, we have dietitian and nutritionist Cynthia here to discuss weight loss, healthy weight loss options. So not just losing weight by starving yourself, which is often the norm. Other ways you can get it done.
All right, on musical performance, we have artist and producer Tito coming in to give us a taste of another banger from him.
Baby, just love me. Girl, I ain't no Casanova. Just love me. Just love me. Yeah, just love me. Yeah, hear me.
Now, we started talking about this issue of depression last week with Dr. Priscilla Benjamin Olaoye. She is back, a clinical psychologist who will help us get to the bottom of that issue.
And of course, we have another musical performance coming up after that from the winner of the 8th season of Project Fame, Jeff Akko.
Our guest of the day is Nollywood actor Addin. He'll be coming up much later on the show.
Actually, it felt like you were just telling me what to do.
Something like that.
I don't think you like those kind of guys. So what's your name?
You haven't ordered me a drink yet.
Okay, let's see.
Omo. Okay, so this issue of flirting in movies, doesn't it make you feel like the actor always does it on a normal day? Like,
Why?
when
Like,
you see, especially when they do it too well, like they flirt a bit too well.
It's one of the reasons my wife doesn't like G-Mike. Like,
really?
She's like,
he flirts too much.
No, well, not flirts. She just feels like he's a bad boy in real life.
Okay.
Type of thing. I don't know why.
He's been trying to uphold that image.
I know
Yeah,
it's supposed to be good acting, right? But then I feel like in the end, the guys that get the roles are actually good at doing it in real life.
I don't
and they
think
just
so.
carry it into the film.
No, I don't think
Talking
so,
about being good, guess who's hosting the Grammys?
You?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me.
Wow,
Because I knew used to be
Amazing.
my nickname in secondary school. So I used to be Alicia Kokora. I don't know why they used to call me that.
Alicia
But
Kokoro.
Alicia Keys is
Alicia
hosting
Keys.
the Grammys.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw
That would
that.
be
It's actually
interesting.
trending right now.
Yes,
Wow.
she's trending.
That's an interesting choice. I've never
Interesting
seen her.
choice, right?
I've never seen her like host an event.
I think that's the
Event,
first
yeah.
time she's
She's
hosting a
gonna-
major
yeah.
event.
Is it just her, or is she going to have like a
Well,
co-host?
when someone is announced as the host, in most cases, like the main host.
or more.
Yeah.
So that's hashtag risky though. If
They
you've never done it
should,
before.
they should stick
Well,
in
I think
Chris
she-
Tucker there or someone who
Yeah, like someone that has
just, like a
more.
supporting,
Chris
I don't know.
Tucker.
like a comedian or something.
I think Chris Tucker talks too much.
Okay.
Or comedians
Anybody that
talk too
isn't
much.
that South African guy, as far as she's concerned, is Papa.
It's not good enough, right?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. Like,
She
oh
just
my
has-
gosh.
Or more if they have Trevor Noah like host something like the Oscars or more. I feel like that would be one of the best Oscars
Yes.
ever.
Yes, it
I'm just,
will.
I'm in
It
awe. of
will.
that
I was okay. So I was talking with, I was having a conversation with Mike and Olamide yesterday, and we're talking about Trevor Noah. And I was saying that if Trevor Noah came to Nigeria,
Hey.
What will happen?
I don't go for concerts.
Please.
Oh my
I don't go
gosh.
for concerts. I will spend money
Just to
to
go
go
there.
and see him.
Okay, so I
I'm
missed
not
a
joking.
concert last year that is still paining me because when I heard the reviews, I almost cried. You heard about this guy coming to Nigeria, this Bobby Brown?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I heard it was fantastic.
No, but I heard people didn't turn up.
People might not have turned
People didn't turn
they
up, but I
turn
heard it was
later,
a really
but
good
it was
show.
fantastic.
I
Like,
heard
you
it was
know,
a
bringing
really
back
good
those
show, yeah.
90s dance, coordinated
Yeah.
performances. Not like now that everything is just, you know,
Bell Beef the
my
Vogue and the
everywhere.
rest of
Yeah.
them.
it was fantastic.
I just,
My goodness, I
think
hope
I'm
it
just
takes
a
place
bit
again this year. I'm
too
definitely not going
against
to
Bobby
visit.
Brown to go for any of his concerts. I'm
You're too
sorry.
against Bobby Brown.
I don't know. I'm just
Bobby Brown is
after what he
an-
did to
yeah.
me.
Hello, Nigeria. This is Mayor Faith, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. Come on, now let's go for workout this morning. If you're feeling lazy like me, let's go workout. Let's go workout. Let's do some little workout this morning. Everybody, come on, let's go up. Let's stretch it out. Everybody, go up. 1. That's it. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10, the other side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now push it up this way. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and take it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now take it to the side this way. And you go down this way, everybody. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Stretch it out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take it back to this side this way, everybody. Now go down this way, everybody. Come on, go, go, go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now take it up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Now kick your legs out this way. Kick your legs out this way. Like I said before, don't feel too lazy this morning. Come on, everybody. Now go this way, everybody. Jump it up. That's it. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and sit down this way. Bunch it out. Sit. Bunch it out. Sit. Bunch it out. Sit. That's 3 now. Come on. 4. That's it. 5. Bunch it out. That's it. Now the other side now. Go this way. The other side. Come on. Payback time. Go. That's 3. Go now. 4. That's it. 5. 6. 7. 8. Bunch it out to the side. Side by side. Go. Side by side. Go. That's 3 now. 4. 5. Come on. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. All right. Now take your legs up this way. That's knees up. Come on, go. Knees up. Go. That's it. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Come on. 8. 9. 5 more. You go 5. 4. That's it. 3. 2. And 1. Now you kick it out this way. That's it. 1. That's it. 2. 3 now. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Now you go this way, everybody. Jump it out. 3. That's it. 2. 3 now. 4. 5. 6. 7. Now we're going jumping jacks. Ready to go. 1, 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you sit down. Sit down, punch it out this way. That's everybody. Punch it out. Come on, punch it out. And breathe, take your hair. That's it, take your hair. Last workout, that's take your hair. Come on, everybody, come on, that's it. Good morning. Let's go back to the kitchen.
All right, great stuff happening here on Wake Up Nigeria. Here in the kitchen with me is Vivi.
Uncle
Vivi. Yes,
morning,
I'm so
guys.
excited to have Vi join us in the kitchen this morning, and we are making something spectacular,
Very
nourishing,
spectacular.
very spectacular. Oh man, I love the way you compliment me sometimes. Anyways, we are making. You want to tell us what we're making?
Yeah, we're making minced beef stuffed in bell peppers.
In bell peppers, guys.
Yeah.
And on your screen right there are the ingredients, but one through them, Chef.
Okay, we have our minced beef. We have our crushed chilies, our curry, our salt, our seasoning. We have our cherry tomatoes. We have our cheese, mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
We have our onions. We have our basil leaves, and our bell peppers.
Yes, and our bell peppers here we have yellow, green. And red.
Yeah.
Oh, colorful. So you were saying earlier that this is some kind of finger food.
Finger food, yeah.
Yeah. So can you like tell us go through the process and then tell us what it's supposed to look like?
Okay. Basically, what we're doing is we're getting this fried.
Okay.
And then
In vegetable oil.
Yeah, in vegetable oil.
And right now we're heating our
We're
vegetable
heating our
oil.
oil right
Yeah.
now. So we're going to do this now.
Okay.
We'll have our bell peppers.
You need me to help you out?
Oh, you can help me with that.
Okay. So first of all, we all have to make sure that our hands are clean.
Clean, yeah.
Yeah. And we're working with red, yellow, and green bell peppers this morning. And this is quite a different kind of breakfast. Never seen this before. Yeah. There's some recipes that we haven't heard of before, and I haven't seen this before. And Chef V, what actually inspired this meal this morning?
You know, most times you're in a hurry and you have some leftovers in the fridge.
Yeah.
Like say you made stew.
Yeah.
This minced beef you can actually use. You can use your regular beef for stew, but you have to really ground it.
Okay.
So most times you have leftovers and you just want to whip up something different and head for work.
Okay.
You could just handle this.
Okay.
It's super easy and it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, it actually looks very easy. And, you know, something to whip up for guests. All those August visitors that just call you. They're on your way on their way to your house, and they're calling you up and they're saying, I'm coming to your house. I hope you have food. I really hope you also have bell peppers and minced meat. And then you could just whip up something. They're like, oh, yeah, you're having minced meat with stuffed bell peppers. And they're going to be like, okay.
What's that?
What's that? Right. Once in a while.
You know, one good thing about food is you try to experiment with food.
Yeah.
You shouldn't limit yourself to eating the regular.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes I just try out recipes that they end up really horrible, but then you have to work on it.
You've actually made horrible meals before?
Of course.
Are you serious?
Making horrible meals is a normal thing if you're trying to find out something new.
But you know, every time I make something new, they never turn out horrible.
Horrible, oh.
They always turn out nice. I don't mean to brag, guys.
How much do you experiment?
Oh, I experiment. Oh, V, I experiment. Trust me, I do. And I'm not joking, really. But they always turn out really nice, guys. All right, so just in case you're just joining us, we are making minced meat and stuffed bell peppers. I know you're wondering, what's that? Well, you have to stay with us to find out how it turns out at the end of the show. We'll be going on a quick commercial break, guys, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, you're welcome again. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and there's more to wake you up right now because I've got a fantastic person in the studio right here with me talking about Jeff Acol. Now, Jeff Acol won the 8th edition of Project Fame, and that was at the very young age of 18. This talented musician is here with me, and we're going to have a very interesting conversation. How are you doing today?
Very fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So are you scared of the lights?
No, not at all. I'm good.
So what's with the shades?
Yeah, it's bright.
We want to see your eyes. So we're not bringing any clone to you here. It's Jeff.
Pretty soon I'll take it off.
Take it off.
Yeah, I'll take it off.
Okay, let's start then.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeff, music for you. you won Project Fame at a very young age. You were just 18.
Yes.
Fast forward to now, we've been doing a lot of 10-year challenge. Now, let's go back to that time and now. What has been the difference for you so far? Like, if you had won Project Fame this year, what would have been different?
I'm very grateful to have been the winner of the 8th season of Project Fame at a tender age. But I feel like life happens. So like I don't even want to think about winning it now. I'm just going to go back to winning it then. And it was great. It was definitely great exposure for me at that point in time, because I just finished sound engineering school.
Okay.
And then I got back home, and then my mom was like, "Hey, I should try out Project Fame." At first, I was very skeptical because like I had done a talent show with my elder brother when I was 13 years, but like it ended up in disappointment. So I was very skeptical. But then going into the show, I just had like the mindset that, okay, you know what, we are going to die here. It's either I win or I win. Do you understand?
So you have mom to thank for it?
Yeah, I definitely have my mom to thank for it, and like my family as well. They were very supportive, and they've been super supportive up till now. So I have my mom to thank, my dad, my siblings as well, for just believing in me and like believing in the dream. And it's work in progress, so we're getting there by God's grace. Definitely.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
So at that moment, what was your aim? Like, I've won Project Fame now.
Yeah.
What next for me? And coming to now, have you achieved most of those things?
For me, it's steady growth, and I'm grateful because I can see like every step I take to the next level, and it's a step-by-step progress. It didn't just happen in one day. So right after Project Fame, I released my first single, released my album. Right now, I'm doing promotions for like my trilogy. So as I said, it's a step-by-step growth for me, and it's great because I have a story to tell. You feel me? And that's the most important thing, because like it's organic growth.
Fantastic. So away from Project Fame now, and that story you have to tell.
Yeah.
You have a penchant for avoiding the media. Like, there's hardly anything heard about Jeff. Why is that?
Apart from music.
Apart from music.
I try to stay very focused on my music. For me, I get distracted very easily. So I try as much as possible to be in sync with my music. Right now, I just want to do my music and focus on that, because that's the most important thing right now. Probably later on, there's going to be definitely stuff to talk about, but right now, it's all about Jeff Ako and the music.
All right.
That's what I'm selling, the music, nothing else.
Now, talking about the music, Shokoloko Bango She, like that song was a hit. That was an awesome song. What inspired it?
Shokoloko Bango She is, it's something that we used to say when we were kids. So like playing, and it just be like Shokoloko Bango She. And so I was in a space where I was just thinking about Nigerian music generally. Because like if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's talking about when I was just a little boy. I dreamed that they'll play my song on the radio.
For those who are thinking, I think I know the chorus. Yeah, just give us a bit of it.
Oh, Shokoloko Bango She. That's the song.
You have to give me the first verse. I really like that song. Yeah, first give me the
When I was just a little boy, I dreamed that they play my song on the radio. I dreamed I'd be a superstar, the ladies screaming my name wherever I go. I learned to do the running man, and every dance step I saw in the videos. Well, that's the last time.
You're showing yourself too much. You should not be listening to it on our phone.
Yeah, so go and download it too.
Okay, you have a new single.
Yeah.
I Do.
Yeah.
And no, you know, for you to be singing I Do now, everybody's like, is Jeff planning to get married?
In the future, definitely.
No, we are not talking about future. We're talking about now. Who is that lucky girl in your life right now?
Lucky girl in my life. I feel like every lady in my life right now is lucky.
Right
now, being by my side, I feel like you're lucky as well. You're graced. You feel me?
I know you.
So I do is a love song for lovers. Definitely, because I was in a space where I was thinking of love in general, and you know, like going into a relationship, the idea, like serious relationships, not people that are going there to joke. If you're joking in your relationship, please, I Do is not for you. It's for serious-minded people. I'm joking, man. So, at the end of the day, like you go into a relationship, after all the trouble, after all the trauma, the fights, the good times, what next? I do. You say I do. You get married to that person.
Everybody says I do.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I say not for unserious people. It's for serious people.
They might be serious, but unseriousness comes in.
Like if you're serious, you must get married to that person. It's love. Love is a beautiful thing. I'm sure you've been in love sometime, and haven't you? You didn't say anything about that.
I know. What's
okay,
I'm just looking at you.
Okay. For those of us that have experienced love, I think some people have.
Who are they?
I don't know. Mary, apparently you've not experienced love now. You've not said anything.
What is love? I'm trying to. What is love?
Love is life.
Love is life.
Yes.
You see your mouth. Love is life.
Life is love.
Don't worry. He's going to give us a performance much later. Let us have a feel of this new song, I Do. Okay? Are you ready to give us the performance?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Aha, okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Oh yeah, it's tempo, baby. Alright. Shorty say, when are you be the one where they rock my whole world? You remain number one everywhere I go. Shorty say, now your face I see every time I lay down. You're my favorite drug, where they hide me, oh. Only you, they make me feel like a real man, She tell me only you, they make me feel like a woman, Yeah, baby be my love, would you be my lover? I do. You and me forever, we'll be together.
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. It's the show that gives you everything. Everything what?
Everything in one.
What?
You should employ me to do adverts. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, the show that
gives
teaches you how to cook
very nice meals,
gives you good music,
and
gives
also
you those
beautiful presenters too. Don't forget that part.
Oh, wow, V. He went there. Guys, this morning, V is making something very delicious, very distinct. He's making minced meat in stuffed bell peppers. And on your screen right there are the ingredients, guys. We'll run through it quickly whilst we take you through the process. So let's do this.
So right now we're set.
Yeah.
We have our bell peppers all cleaned up. We have
nicely cut.
Yeah. We have our minced meat ready.
Yeah.
So right now what we'll do is we'll fry.
So we already have our vegetable oil in there.
Yeah, it's heated already.
Yeah.
So
chopped onions. Get all that flavor in there. Onions and spring onions. And spring onions. Nice.
So you always try to do this on very low heat.
Yeah. We're not trying to caramelize our onions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what do you need? So what's going next? What's going next?
Garlic.
Garlic. Ah. It's been a while I used garlic to cook.
Oh, I never miss garlic.
I know ginger is a staple for me, especially when I'm seasoning my meat or any of my proteins. But with garlic, not really. But it's very healthy, guys, and highly nutritious. Garlic, gingers should be like your must-have in every kitchen.
So we'll have that.
So we have our spring onions, and garlic, all of that flavor in there.
So right now, what we're doing is we're adding
our
minced meat inside.
So we're just going to stir fry all of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So at what point does the cheese go in?
When you stuffed the meat inside the bell peppers, so you grate the cheese on it.
Oh, you grate the cheese on it, and then you put it in your oven
or your grill.
Or your grill. But this time we are working with the grill.
The grill,
Yeah. And once that is ready, going into our mouth. This is really going to taste nice, and maybe I could just try it out this weekend.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, we are walking into the weekend gradually.
Yeah.
And for some reason, January has been pretty fast. People say so, even though I do not agree yet, but hey.
Yeah, it's usually 3 months of January.
But this time around
it's actually
like 1 week, right?
1 week.
Okay. So at what point does our seasoning go in?
Yeah, we're about to put that now.
Okay.
So
seasonings we're working with this morning, we have our seasonings, we have our salt, we have curry and crushed chilies.
Yeah.
Great.
Our curry.
So what other protein can you use?
You can use chicken.
Huh?
You can use chicken.
So you chop the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
seasoning. Fish, depending on who's eating. Not everyone likes fish.
Not everyone likes fish, true. I know some people that don't like fish in the studio right now. Do you know them?
I think we should
shouldn't call them out.
Shouldn't call them.
This is too nice.
But she knows herself.
No, it's actually a he.
A he?
Yeah.
Oh, that means that there are a lot of them then.
Oh, there are a lot of
There's a whole lot of them.
Okay, so our mince meat is coming out really nicely. All right. So once that's ready, we're just going to stuff them nicely into our bell peppers, right? And we're just going to take a bite when it's ready. Ouch. Ah. Don't mind me. I'm a very shameless foodie. And I am not shy to admit it. Thank you very much. So in there goes our cherry tomatoes here. Yeah. Okay. And so what? With cherry tomatoes, you could find them in superstores.
Yeah.
Yeah, not with the malam or the roadside pepper sellers. So basically just adding a little flavor. But do cherry tomatoes actually add flavor to any meal you're making?
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay. It has this really strong taste.
Okay, yeah, I think I remember now. I remember your jollof and chills. I actually really, felt, what the role it plays in your meal. Yeah. All right, guys, so just in case you're joining us, we are making
minced
meat in stuffed bell peppers. Yes, people. It's going to be very rich once this breakfast recipe is ready. But we have to move over for some relationship tips. And of course, we have Tito standing by with Sandra Odufadering. Hello, guys.
Welcome. Something smells good over there. It's probably going to make me sneeze sometime soon. You guys should hurry up with it, please. But we have Sandra Odufadering back with us in the studio for another conversation. Now, this one is geared towards making the best of our union with our partners. Now, there are certain issues in marriage that may begin to lead people into a depression or indeed frustration. And to avoid this, she's going to be talking to us about how best to deal with those issues. Welcome, Sandra.
Thank you so much.
All right, so this issue of frustration and depression, it feels like somehow they go hand in hand. How do we best figure out that we're frustrated?
Okay.
So a lot of people, I feel, are in denial of these issues.
Well, like I always say, marriage is true life story. Relationship is friction. Okay. When you're dating this guy, he's trying to be very nice, doing his best, trying to please you. Then after marriage, he comes up with his real character. Studies have shown it that 95% of men show up their character immediately after marriage.
No,
the remaining 5% show off their character after childbearing.
Wow.
Yes. And
okay, so these are actual statistics.
Yes, I did a course on relationship, and I went to the field, and this was what I got.
After marriage, 95% show their true colors.
Their true colors. Then 5% of the 95%, like 5%, show it after childbearing. And don't forget, you can't change anybody. So what you cannot, I don't pretend. I don't pretend in my marriage, right from when we started cutting. I tell you, right from when I got married, what I couldn't take. I don't fake it. I tell you, I can't take it. Not only my husband, my in-laws, my friends, my husband's friends. The things I couldn't take, I started it from the onset. It wasn't easy for me. I had a lot of challenges. But now everybody has accepted me for who I am. If I am going through, if you hurt me, I call you and I say it and I move on.
Okay, so now there must be some different factors that lead to this frustration.
Yeah.
Okay, so for instance, you've said some things you can't take if you hold back and you don't mention it. I guess that should be one of the factors that lead to, frustration.
Yeah.
But then what other factors could be leading to frustration in marriage?
Okay. Most of the factors sometimes is in-laws.
Okay.
Yeah, in-laws. I had a lot of issues with in-laws because I am not Yoruba. my in-laws were Yoruba. So I had to deal with, you have to respect, where I came from, I just grew good money. As a matter of fact, the first time my mom came for a muga, when I knelt down, because I felt it was an insult for me to kneel down for my mother-in-law, and I don't kneel down for my mom. When I knelt down for my mom, she busted into laughter because we are not used to it. Now, I had to face, you have to watch, they said you have to call even somebody that you're younger than, auntie. In the family. It wasn't easy for me, but I had to do it but it took me a long time. Another issue was, okay, people coming into my husband's house because he's the first son. They used to come into his room anytime. Now he's not married. I remember when I had my second daughter, 5 a.m., my mother-in-law would just open the door and say she wants to pray for the baby. And it wasn't easy. I tried to talk to my husband about it. It was like he was scared. So I faced it by locking my door.
Okay, so now
that didn't go down well.
Of course it wouldn't. But I have to say, now it feels like these were all issues that you were having with the situation. It doesn't feel like there were, to be honest, it doesn't feel like outside factors were trying to frustrate you deliberately. It just feels like you had issues with some things that were happening around you.
It's part of frustration when things are happening around you. Imagine you are naked or you're not wearing anything with your husband 5 a.m. Somebody just opened the door. Are you not going to be angry? Of course, and you will have to play it. You know, you have to be logical about it. Okay. So when I noticed that it wasn't changing, I started locking my door. So now she has to knock, and I have to put on my clothes before I open the door. There are some when I posted this topic yesterday on social media, a friend called me and said, Sandra, I have been going through a lot in my marriage. I really want to see you. And I said, oh, really? And when you see them on social media, that's another thing. Social media has deceived so many people. Okay. You see them kissing, hugging, and then they, weekend in America, weekend in London, assurance. My husband has not gotten me assurance. Okay. They live fake. You might not even, if you go to my Facebook page, you would think I'm single. I don't do all this social media love. If I want to love, I love in my room.
So now, what if your husband had an issue with the fact that you're not posting things on social media?
My husband, the last time, hold on.
So get my point. There are some people that love this public display of affection. Okay. So what if it was frustrating him that you don't show it, that you love him in that way?
See, the truth is...
So you get my point. So I feel like it's a two-sided coin. We have some issues we might have with our partners, and they might have some issues with us. So how do we get to the bottom of this? How do we come together and solve these issues?
Well, you have to... The first thing as a married woman, you have to be very close to God. Okay. When you are close to God, there's nothing moves you. Okay. There were sometimes my husband would ask me, are you sure you don't have a boyfriend? Nothing moves you. Wow. Because I am very close to God. Okay. When the thing is bothering me, I go on my knees. I can be on my knees. Like this morning, I've prayed for 2 hours before I got here. Praying. By the time I'm done talking to God, when I just see you, I move on. And when I'm leaving my house, I dump the problem, whatever it is at the gate, and I move. By the time I get back home, I remember. Now, don't forget, some of them will say, like when we were cutting, my husband can call me 20 times in a day. But now we are so busy. Like today, I have like 10 places to be, and I don't have a driver. How many times will I be calling 20 times? He is thinking of how to make money, and then you sit down, you are crying. You just look for an alternative. Okay, so accept him for who he is. Tell yourself, this is for real. I have come to stay.
It's interesting that you should mention this phone call thing. A friend of mine actually has an issue with his fiance. Okay. So he said that his fiance is calling all the time, every single day. And if he doesn't pick up on the second ring, it's because he was busy with some other girl. And I asked him, I said, is this something that you are able to handle when you finally get married? He said it's really stressing him out that now he doesn't even like going home on time. I'm like, okay, so are you going to do something about this now? Are you going to wait till you get into the marriage to handle it? But it seems like he really loves this girl because he's accepting it from her. But what would you advise my friend to do?
Like I said, marriage is true life story. Relationship is friction. I would advise your friend to make her know I used to have such issues. I told you my husband used to call me. It wasn't easy for me after I'm married. He doesn't call maybe twice in a day or maybe once. Sometimes he forgot to call. So at a point he told me that I have a problem. He now got a phone where it's free for 2 of us. Okay. If you miss me, please call me. I don't have the time anymore. Then don't forget that time he was chasing. He was chasing her. He doesn't want to lose you. Now you're already in the house. So your friend needs to sit her down and they have a conversation. Don't get me wrong, it's not as if I don't love you. I love you, but I don't have the time. I have some other issues to deal with. I have some other things to deal with. This is a very large topic. that we can't even end today. I would
so
suggest
much,
if we
Sandra.
can continue next week.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Thank you so much, Sandra, for being open and honest with us as always. But we're heading to the kitchen now. Something smells good. Talk to us.
All right, thank you very much, Titi. Very interesting conversation there with Miss Sandra. All right, so please, you men, try, make the effort. If you start something, just finish it. Which one is you start calling? You call, and then at some point you now stop. All right, so yes, we are here with Chevy in the kitchen, and we are making mincemeat with stuffed bell peppers, guys. And our mincemeat is ready over there. Right now, we are about to plate, right?
We're about to stuff it.
Oh, we're about to stuff our bell peppers.
And grill.
Okay. All right. Wow. So, it's funny how this mincemeat was more than this, and now it's quite little.
Yeah, because the oil makes it shrink a bit.
Shrink, yeah. All right, so in here we have, what do we have in here?
We have our minced meat.
Okay.
It was fried with oil, and we have our basil. This basil, we have our cherry tomatoes, and our garlic, spring onions, curry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So right now, this is what you do.
So we're about to stuff our bell peppers. And with our bell peppers, we're actually working with yellow, red, and green bell peppers. And there's a lot of flavors in this mincemeat dough. You have the flavors from the spring onions, from the garlic, from the basil leaf, and from the cherry tomatoes. Yum some. I'm going to enjoy this, I hope.
You love it, trust me.
I'm going to love it, right? Okay, so we are going to either grill this or put it in the oven,
right?
Oven, yeah. Okay, but this time we're actually grilling.
Grilling.
Wait, just in case you don't have a grill, you can work with an oven. An oven. Wait, stuff. Okay. So how does this turn out when you bring it out of the grill? And how long should it be in the oven for?
Say for 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
If you have really high heat.
Oh, okay.
Say for 5 minutes.
But would you prefer it on high heat or medium heat?
Medium heat.
Medium heat, okay.
Medium heat. But that of the grill, because you can actually watch it. It's okay for it to be.
And it also has a timer,
so
okay. Great. So like I said earlier, guys, the weekend is around the corner, so you could make this just for fun. This is actually a fun meal.
Yeah.
It's just something, just like, okay, oh yeah, I have mincemeat somewhere stuck in the freezer. Oh yeah, I have bell peppers somewhere in the fridge. Okay.
You know, when someone visits you, they feel like, what are you eating?
Yeah. All right, so we're going on a break, people. Oh, there's just so much more on the show, guys. You don't want to miss the second half of the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Well, hello again. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. That's the show that keeps you going in the morning, or starts you up in the morning. Yeah, that's
at this point, at 8 o'clock, is keeping you going because by the time you get the kids into the school bus, you're like,
finally.
In fact, quiet in the house before you rush up to get your own day started.
Yeah, but this is that show that you need. It just gives you that boost, that early morning boost, and it just makes everything all right. You know what I mean?
Now we come to you live every single morning, weekday morning from tvcontinental.tv. That's where we live stream.
Yeah.
We're also right here live on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, hey, holla. It's Wednesday, people, and you'll be catching all the action with us as we dish it out. My name is Titi Owens.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. There's still so much more on the show today. Of course, just to remind you, tvcontinental.tv is where you should go.
Yes, indeed.
And don't forget the hashtags. If you have to make comments, use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. Very, very important. Now.
Yes, sir. Sadly, the rate of suicide has been on the increase, and there's been a recent spotlight on this issue of depression. Now, we thought we would have a conversation with Dr. Priscilla Benjamin Olaoye. Now, she's a clinical psychologist, and she'll be helping us get to the bottom of this.
All right, and then it's on to another musical performance this morning from Tito, titled Korede.
Baby, try to give love a chance to. Baby, just love me. Girl, I ain't no Pass it over, just love me. Just love me. Yeah, just love me. Yeah, yeah, hear me, 'cause I'm just love me.
Well, we'll be having a celebrity guest come up very, very soon. Now, that person is the award-winning Nollywood actor, Addin.
Actually, it felt like you were just telling me what to do.
Something like that.
I don't think you like those kind of guys. So what's your name?
You haven't ordered me a drink yet.
Okay, let's see. Push the champagne aside. You don't like cognac or brandy, or you'd have ordered one for yourself. So, maybe something...
Sorry.
We've been talking about toasting, and I said,
yes, sir.
I want to know how Yomi toasted his wife.
Oh, it wasn't church, so...
It wasn't...
There was no... yeah, it wasn't a toasting thing.
Well, what did you do?
The ministry.
You wrote a proposal,
Let's hear it.
presentation. What are you talking about?
I had to go to my pastor now. That, okay, so I've seen someone I want to marry, and then they told her, and then, you know.
Wait, so you hadn't even had a conversation with her before then? Or?
We had a little conversation, but it's not... Yeah, in my
so
church,
is that kind
it's
of
a
thing
bit
where
different.
the Holy Spirit ministers to you both separately, and you both just know there's that heavenly connection.
Then you didn't just say
Come
that.
on, you guys.
Oh, well, I don't know. I have.
Anyway, so
I have
yeah,
no
so
words.
it wasn't straightforward like that. It's yeah.
So he just reminded me of something that I just remembered something that happened between my husband and I when we met. So what happened was, I remember after our first conversation, and he was working out because he had to go see someone at the reception. And then I was walking behind, and next thing he just gave me his phone. And it was as if I was supposed to know that, I was supposed to put in my number in there. You know, I just
So just take the phone and
so he just gave me the phone. I just took the phone and I just put in the number. Bad girl.
Wow.
Okay, so Titi.
Mine was a very long process.
I can imagine.
But not that long. So both of us are emceeing on the red carpet at a birthday party.
Wow.
At a club. So I met my husband in the club, yo. We met in the club.
You met him on the red carpet.
You met in church. We met in the club.
No,
I'm just saying,
on the red carpet.
Right, two sides. So I'm interviewing different people, and we have a quota. Oh, interview 15 people, and then you can go home. And I wanted, I need to go home. I I had interviewed 14 people. I just needed one more person. And then, of course, you're looking for people that look good on camera. Yeah. And there's this guy in a pink shirt. I had not looked at the guy's face. I'm like, pink shirt. It's going to look great. Come. Interview. Microphone. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Should we go? Are we rolling?
And then he just looked at
his
face.
So, hi, what's your name? That was the first time I looked at his face. Aww. I had not looked at him. And then he's just staring at me like, who is this girl? Like, so I'm interviewing him. And then as soon as I'm done with the interview, I noticed that he is also holding a microphone. So he was interviewing people too. And then he was like, okay, so it's your turn to do an interview.
Yeah. Okay, so he then doesn't.
And then he interviews me. And then from then, we didn't leave each other's sides throughout the rest of the event.
Started to tell each other.
From the interviews to...
I didn't even know what he looked like. I just said...
Mary hasn't said her own story.
Mary, sharply.
I can't remember mine.
Really?
You know,
Mary?
I expected that. Mary, I expected that. That's why I didn't ask. But it's fine. It's cool. We won't talk about it if you don't want to.
All right, welcome back. We're about to go deeper into something that has to do with us, our minds, our psychology, and all of that. And suicide has been on the increase in recent times in Nigeria. And we thought we should have a conversation not just around that, but around issues that have to do with depression and the way we feel. And you just never know who might be suicidal around you. And hopefully this conversation with Priscilla Benjamin Olaoye should begin to give us a little bit of direction on what we need to know and how to deal with ourselves on a day-to-day basis. So glad to have you join us this morning.
Good morning, Yomi. How are you?
And Happy New Year to you.
Yes,
this is the first time we're seeing.
So,
sometimes, you know, you meet people who say, people bandy the word depression a lot.
True.
On social media. Somebody hasn't had a job for 3 months, I'm depressed. somebody is unable to find the perfect mate to get married to, they say, I'm depressed.
True.
But how do we begin to define and look at the fine lines between depression, sadness, loneliness, and things like that?
Fantastic. The truth is, the word depression has been, wrongly used, by so many people over the years. And the fact is that there's been a lot of labeling around, that word. There's a difference between being depressed. I remember we had a conversation sometime when I said, So there's a difference between being depressed and being sad. Depression is a mood disorder and cannot be self-labeled. It has to be professionally diagnosed.
Right.
We have a diagnostic manual that is usually implemented before a diagnosis of depression is being made. It's called DSM-5. We were using the DSM-4, now we use DSM-5, Diagnostic Statistical Manual. Now, that means that there are basically 4 axes in which you have to take a look at the person to say that, okay, because you meet these 4 parameters, therefore, there are some level of inhibition to general life. But so the truth is, you cannot say that someone has mental illness if the person is basically, functional and the person's general lifestyle is not inhibited. So I would, say that there's a thin line between sanity and insanity, and that also, dwindles.
Exactly.
So when loneliness, sadness there are symptoms that do occur in depressive disorders, and there are several types of, depressive disorders. But the fact that someone is lonely or the fact that someone is sad is not to mean the person is depressed. Right. Basically, what it is that people are not seeing a need to go and see a professional because stigmatization is not only existent in a diagnosis, but in intervention.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're saying, you're talking about seeking help, because it's, sometimes people say seek help before it becomes worse, or before it becomes, a full depressive state and all of that. But you were talking about the fine lines, and sometimes people encounter challenges that are supposed to be maybe temporary.
True.
After which, you come out of it, and then things change for you. So how do you manage seasons, changes in maybe your finances, changes in your lifestyle, maybe you move to a new location and things are a bit difficult. How do you manage through such seasons and then come out on the other side?
That brings to mind what WHO mentioned about the definition of what health is. He says that health is a state of physical, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being of an individual, and not necessarily in the absence of disease.
Right.
So a lot of times we expect to see the disease before we say someone is ill, and that's why I love your question. But in relation to mental health, it is the ability for an individual to cope with the normal stresses of life. So if you're unable to cope with the normal stresses of life, traffic, basic things that everybody goes through, if you're unable to cope with the normal stresses of life, then you're crossing that fine line. 2, if you're unable to work productively and fruitfully, if your everyday life is not productive, you're crossing the fine line. If you're unable to contribute to your community, you're crossing the fine line.
So, and community here could also mean home, your
work
environment,
and all of that, and if also you're unable to realize your potential, you just feel, oh, I'm not good at anything, there is nothing I'm good at. These are the 4 parameters in which you say someone is either mentally well or, not mentally well. So at certain times in your life, you find yourself stuck in a place that you're unable to sort out your emotions. So, and that's where the issue of 5 minutes madness came about. You're unable to control your anger, you're unable to control tears, you're unable to snap out of whatever deep emotion you're feeling, or sometimes you're overly excited and you cannot even contain yourself and you behave in certain ways. Now, it's expected that, you cross that line and go back.
And become normal again.
And become normal again. But for certain people, they then get stuck to that other side for so long that they would probably require some form of intervention to get out of. You see why we say that nobody can be tagged mad or insane. It's just an unfair scale, to put anybody into, because the truth is, there is no there is no, what's the word now? There's no vaccination. And I mean, it can occur to anybody. It's just being unable to, you know, get back to what we call the collective
Now, I want to ask this question.
reality.
At what point would you recommend that people begin to seek help, especially professional help when it comes to mental health? Because sometimes people feel, I can handle this. You go through maybe some kind of trauma, you say, no, I can handle this. Post-traumatic stress disorder, you feel, I can take care of this. So at what point do people begin to say to themselves, you know what, I think I need help, and then I'm going to take a step to go get help?
Great. My core is preventive mental health. And I'm loving the fact that you're asking that question. When we talk prevention, it means that we're not waiting to begin to see certain symptoms before we begin to seek help. And that's why I've invested a lot into people, you know, just the way you would go for a checkup. You know, that's the same way you need to go for psychological assessment as part of your regular checkup.
Right.
Not because you have certain, because you might not, when you go for your regular checkup, you don't feel anything before it's identified that you have high cholesterol in your system.
Right.
Yes, so that's the same way you go for psychological assessment. It's different from a psychiatric evaluation. It's totally different.
Just an assessment, a
It's
conversation
just an
with...
assessment. We have the general health questionnaire. It's a 12-item questionnaire that helps you know how you're coping and how you're doing stuff. Secondly, you also do not want to wait until you begin to see certain symptoms like losing interest in things that usually interest you. Because guess what? There is also the high-functioning depression, where the person goes to work, the person is doing everything he's supposed to, but there is a problem. So it's not until the person stops eating, stops, you know, drawing the curtain.
Doesn't get out of bed.
Doesn't get out of bed. No, that's not it. I would encourage everybody to invest in, you know, programs and materials. I, for example, provide free mental health classes, you know, for people, and I hold that every Saturday, for people who just want to sustain that level of, you know, sanity, you know, in quotes.
In a crazy world.
You know, in a crazy world, basically. Yeah. So there really are no symptoms that I would ask anybody to look out for. Yes, there are certain symptoms like, so in answering your general question, I mean, I've given a balance to that, but in answering your general question, you want to look at, we talk about the psychosocial model, your biological system. Do you feel differently in your body? That's biologically. Secondly, we'll look at your psychology. Are you hooked on certain emotions that you usually are not hooked on? Are you beginning to notice a change generally in your psychology and your emotions? And the last is social. Your social interactions, are you beginning to observe a change? So we talk about the biopsychosocial model.
Wow.
Basically.
I mean, we're going deeper now, but yeah, hopefully we'll continue this conversation over the next few weeks, and even on social media as well, because I know there's people watching now who are saying to themselves, maybe I need to get an evaluation as well. Wow.
We all do need to get an evaluation.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning and talking about this at the beginning of the year.
It's my
We
pleasure.
have to go to Tito now, who's on standby for a musical performance. He's with MM.
Me. All right, with me here is Tito. He's a Nigerian music artist and producer with undeniable talent, guys. His latest offering, Korede, is a hit banger, and he's about to serve us some of his masterpiece. Right? Yeah. Great stuff. All right, so take it away.
Tito, tell them I don't have everything, but I got all that I need. Now I don't become a cornerstone. I've had my share of blessings come my way. Korede, korede, eh. Oluwa korede, korede. Blessings, blessings come my way. Korede, eh. Korede, more blessings coming. Korede, eh.
Beautiful song. This is quite a contrast from your first single, Just Love Me. Why?
A different side to the art, something different.
All right, tell me about your experience working so far with Baseline Records.
It's been great. It's been awesome. It's less than a year since I got signed. I'm like the newest
baby
in the label.
Okay.
So it's been good. It's not been easy, but I mean, it's been good. It's been great.
All right, so quickly, I'd just like to know, there's been a lot of people might not encourage upcoming artists to sign with record labels because they think it takes so much from them. What do you think? Being an upcomer in this industry for a while.
I think, personally, I think if
I think personally, if a label decides to invest in you, I think you should be grateful, first of all.
Okay.
I mean, contrary to what people,
might think.
I mean, the common narrative and all of that.
Okay.
Because it's not really easy out there.
Okay.
You understand? And you know the way the music business is. It's not something that, you know, kicks off like that, you know, in terms of returns and all that. So, I mean, I think one should be grateful.
One should be grateful,
so,
right?
Yeah,
So just be patient, hold on, keep pressing, and then
so
you'll
it
get
happens,
there. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tito. It was such a pleasure having you. Wish you all the best. And beautiful song there, beautiful song there.
Thank you.
Korede, lovely song. All right, we're going on a quick commercial break, guys. Guess who's in the studio with us? Some charming young chap. Stay with us.
Welcome back, guys. Ademola Adedoyin is an award-winning Nollywood actor and musician, if you didn't know. And he's got such works as Perfect Christmas, King of Boys, and a couple of days, and many more to his credit.
Yes, indeed. One of the movies I really loved him showing up in was October 1st.
Yeah.
But the Best of Nollywood Award for Most Promising Actor and the ASIA Award for the Best Newcomer. And of course, being a musical artist, he collaborated with the likes of Ice Prince, DJ Ate, and so on.
And he's joining us this morning.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
So why are you looking very gentle and cool and calm?
It's TV now. We're on TV. We have to behave.
All right, so in your movies, we even saw a clip earlier of you in a movie where you were, you know, toasting one babe. You look like one of those fine boys that your mother says, please don't chase them.
Don't chase them.
Don't chase them. Don't allow. That all those
don't allow the guys or don't allow the girls?
Don't allow the guys.
Okay, like the guy your mom warned you about.
Yes.
No.
Are you sure?
No, do I really have that look?
Well, that's what you've acted as.
Yeah.
I've seen you a lot like that.
I've played a few very bad people.
Okay.
So,
by choice, when you see the script, you want that role, or they keep giving you those roles?
it started with me seeing a role. It started by accident, me seeing a role and thinking I could really kill this. And then when everybody saw that, I could do that very well. Then a lot of that came.
Oh, wow.
I even had to dodge a few of them because it was getting too stereotypical.
Yeah.
I had to do something different, you know.
Well, your role in King of Boys is quite memorable because I'm sure that a lot of people who see you, that's that guy.
Yeah.
That spoils the whole, destroy the
Like
whole.
they don't know whether to smile because I'm an actor or frown because I messed up the I messed up the whole plan.
But you did.
No spoilers for people that haven't watched it yet, but he's the younger brother. The younger brother.
The beef with which you said it.
I did not like that brother. That brother that kept bringing his girlfriend with Brazilian hair home.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And she was forming lawyer and all of that.
You know,
All right.
street lawyer.
When you saw that script, what did you think about the role?
I thought the role was, whether you like it or not, the character was influential, even if in the wrong way. Because if he didn't do what he did, that it could have been a whole different ending. It could have been a better ending for the King of Boys. But so I don't spoil anything.
Oh, I thought he was going to go further with that, but he stopped halfway.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so I read online that you studied theater abroad.
No, I didn't study theater.
Really? What did you study?
Yeah, I studied business administration for my first degree, and I did a master's in media and communications.
Right. Yeah. So when it comes to switching from all those kinds of courses into theater, what did family say? Did they see it coming?
They didn't see it coming, but they accepted it when it was basically too late. I was already in it and doing it and, making one or two moves. So it was like, oh, okay. So you're doing this now. What about the other thing you're doing? I said, yes, I'm doing it as well.
Well, I'm also curious to know, I mean, you come from a well-known family with a strong background in, industrialism and all of that. So coming from that, and you would expect that
there was pressure.
You're going to the family business. You understand? Everybody will be expecting that. But are you involved in the family business in any way?
Not really. I used to be. I used to be. But even then, it was mostly when I was in school and doing holiday work and, all that kind of stuff. Okay. But I never fully got into it. Like, after having left school, I always just did my own thing because I had my own plans and I want to chart my own course. So why not?
So you're never gonna, fall back into
I can't say never. Okay. I mean, it's all about responsibility and there's issues of legacy and all that stuff. But, it depends on pressure. It depends on what I'm needed for. Yeah, depends what I'm needed for.
Okay, so when it comes to pressure, there's always that pressure whenever a young man becomes, a certain age and he's, getting popular, making some small money, the pressure to settle down. So when is that happening?
Yes, there's pressure to settle down. Is that what you're asking? Yes, there's pressure.
When is it happening?
I'll let you know.
Really?
So is there someone, I'm sure there's people watching now and they're wondering, so is he single? Is he in between?
Well, I'm in between. That's a very good way to look at it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in
between. Come on now.
So you're not single, but you're in between. But you're not taken.
Yeah, you can say I'm in between because I was in a relationship.
Okay.
Till recently.
How recently? How recently did
you're the one that walked into the studio by yourself. So we're just saying that if there's questions that...
Small time. Not very long.
A few months. A few months.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your projection into the future, because for an actor as such as yourself, there's a way you see yourself, especially maybe, okay, in the next 1 year, in the next 5 years. What kind of roles do I want to be doing? How do I want to be seen as an actor? What are the things that you are seeing for yourself in the coming years?
Well, the first thing I see is generally in the industry, there are too many people playing themselves.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I want to establish a repertoire for doing things that are not typically me. And of course, what a lot of people don't like is training. In order to be that versatile and that good at what you do, the training has to be continuous. So my own is just to look for training, to study, and to be better and better at what I do. And of course, I want to move behind the camera. So I want to shoot my own stuff because I have my own vision for how films should be. I mean, I try to select films based on the kind of film I would want to create.
Right.
But it's not that easy. There are very few really good roles. They're few and far between in this industry.
Especially when it comes to producers, directors, and all of that. You need to be able to make the choices. And that's October 1st that we're watching, right?
Yeah.
October 1st, my goodness, what an epic movie. Being on a set like that with Kunle Afolayan must have been really interesting.
It was interesting, it was challenging, it was hard work, but it got done. So that's it.
Can't you see me? Oh, Papa.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Like,
it
just throws you back.
You're remembering.
Yeah,
it does. It's, I think one of the things, you were just saying just now that some of the roles that one would typically be looking for are few and far between. But what do you then do when when you have all these feel-good saccharine sugar rolls, when it's just like, let's just do this comedy film and throw that in
Yes, so there have
yeah.
been a few of them that I actually like. Not
Yeah.
projects that I just did to be busy.
Yeah.
Because I'm also busy doing other things apart from film work. So I feel it gives me the opportunity to say, okay, I want this, but I don't want this. And, you know, there are smaller films like Couple of Days, which is very charming, very romantic, you know, and I absolutely love because of the way it makes you feel when you watch it. This is entertainment now. You're supposed to feel something.
All right.
So as opposed to just watching some drama, you know what's going to happen at the end.
Yeah.
You see it and you just enjoy it because that's what's available for you to watch.
Exactly.
So.
Do you find you have any actors that you see as role models, Nigerian and international?
Yes, lots. Of course, international, I could start naming. But yeah, there are quite a few in Nigeria, you know, Gabriel Afolayan.
Okay.
You know, RMD, of course.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I worked with him last year on God Calling, so.
All right.
Yeah, well, that's one off my list. Yeah. Because I really wanted to work with him.
We have to go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
We have to go to the kitchen.
And while
now.
we're doing that, I'm going to ask you about God Calling. That's a film in the cinemas right now.
Yes,
that's, tell me about that role and what you...
All right, welcome to the kitchen, Demola.
He's telling us about God Calling.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the kitchen.
That's
this is Chef V. And I hear you sing, and I know that you sing really well.
How do you know I sing really well?
Because I know you do.
I don't
I've been
understand.
stalking you. Stalking a lot of people. All right. So I'm hoping you could sing us a song while you're enjoying this delicious meal from our chef. All right, so this is mincemeat with stuffed bell peppers. Yeah, so maybe you could just sing something nice to it.
Sing for your food. Sing for your food this morning. Should we move that?
You need a bit.
Okay, so I would love to see that.
Well, what am I supposed to? I really can't think of what to say.
What's your favorite song? Let's start.
Don't put him on the spot. Don't put him on the spot.
That's the idea.
He's about to.
I was actually going to put him on the spot for a monologue. I was going to ask him for a monologue. That was what I was going to ask.
That's big work, like
okay, so music.
Why do women feel like they can just put pressure on a man like that? Like you women always do this.
We do it all the time. We're used to it.
They're always testing us.
Yeah.
Getting tested. As in,
all right, so I guess you're just
happens.
gradually, you know, diverting. But it's fine. You could just, you know.
So it will sing for us
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
All right. What do you think?
Smells nice.
Yeah.
Tastes
I
even
love
better.
bell peppers.
Oh, it's hot. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, is that cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
He's processing it. processing.
The burst of
Oh,
flavor.
wow, okay. Stood up.
He's about to
He's
sing.
about to do a monologue, actually.
Okay, say something, anything.
Wait till you tell me.
And while that is going on,
What's the stuff, chef?
oh yeah,
What's the...
Mice beef. Mice beef.
mincemeat.
Okay, so
Cheese
there's...
on it.
Okay.
with some cheese and
So it's
all
not
that.
all veggie.
No.
Okay, so Homely NG,
A big shout out.
as usual, Kitchen Accessories, we thank you. Thank you also to Fola's Place for
The hairstyling.
not doing my hair, but you know, it's fine.
Let's go. But we appreciate you at home as well. All of you at home are the reason why we make sure we make this show happen. Big shout out to all of you. And make sure you tune in again tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well done,
Yes,
Chef V.
people.
Well done, and well done.
guys.
Thank you so much for
Yes,
joining us this
you're
morning.
still going to sing for me, though. Yeah.
Privately.
Sit down, sit down.
See you tomorrow, people.